Okay, our first game today is Dodgeball. The way this is played is everybody throws a ball up in the air, and once they hit the ground, the game starts. The object of the game is to dodge all the balls as they're rolling around without getting knocked out. If you're out, which is when you get touched by a ball, you have to get out of the trampoline until there's one remaining. They will show you an example of how this works. Game is a jump rope game. In this game, two people will hold the jump rope as the third person tries to jump over it. The person jumping over will tell them how high he wants the rope to be to jump over. This game is a game against yourself. You try to jump as high as you can over the rope without getting hit. It's fun to dive over it, flip over it, and even go dive under it. There is no object to the game, but just to have fun. So they're going to show you. Is called Dead Man. One person in the middle, the dead man, will be closing their eyes as he tries to tag the other players. The other players will duck, dive, dodge, anything they can do to get away from him. The other player can try to feel where they're at when they're jumping. The object of the game is to tag the other players, and the other players try to avoid them. Here's an example. This game is about one person being in the middle on their knees, which is the swamp monster, trying to tackle and get the other players down to turn them into swamp monsters. The game is set up as if there was a giant dock around the outside where the other players stand, and the water where the swamp monster lives in the middle. The swamp monster tries to tackle all the players to end the game. Here's an example. Snowy Mountain. One player sits on a snow sled as the other players try to knock him off. The rules are that you can either have two handles, no handles, or only one handle. You're declared off when either your whole leg falls off, or you fall off, or if the sled flips over. Now, some of you may not have a basketball hoop, but since we do, we're going to show you some games that we like to play with it. I made this basketball hoop from a Nike basketball hoop, and I took a poster board and used it as a backboard. There's many games to do with this. Since it's on a trampoline, you can all dunk, even if you can't dunk in a real basketball hoop. There's dunk contest, an actual game, and there's a game where you try to tackle each other when it's a free-for-all. As they're setting up, we'll show some. Our final game is called Rejection. So far, I've not been able to find another game like this, but this game is probably by far the best. The object of the game is the person outside is trying to make the other people lose control of the ball and make it hit the ground. The object for the other people is to knock the ball back out of the trampoline without him catching it. If the player catches it, that's the thrower. The person who hit it is out. If the players catch it in the trampoline, they're safe and they throw it right back to the thrower. Now, if a player throws or jumps up in the air, catches it, can throw it also at a player inside the trampoline to get him out. Now, if he misses, then he's out. But if he hits the person, then they're out. We'll show some examples to help you. That wraps up our games today. Thanks for watching.